Hello everyone, welcome to Inside the Quality Awards. My name is Ralph Peterson, and in this video we are going to go over question P1a4 of the Silver Quality Award. We are going to be talking all about assets. What are your major assets? Equipment, technologies, and intellectual properties. As you can see, I put intellectual properties in blue because it is the one that trips a lot of people up here, and it is the biggest differentiator between the Bronze Quality Award and the Silver. Actually, there are two. Here at the Silver, we're asking, in addition to equipment and technologies, which were asked in the Bronze Quality Award, we're now asking you to also list your assets and your intellectual properties. Now, one of the biggest questions I always get regarding this question is, how many should I be listing? How many things assets should I be listing? Pieces of equipment or technology or intellectual property. How many of these should I be listing? And there's two things I want you to consider. Number one is the word major. We're looking for the big things, major equipment, major technologies. And number two, the intent behind this question for an examiner is what we are trying to uncover or discover is exactly what big stuff you use, the big stuff you use to operate your nursing home or your assisted living center. So it's really that major word. So in all honesty, I would say I'm completely happy with seeing 3 to 5 pieces of equipment listed, 3 to 5 pieces of technology listed, 3 to 5 identifications of intellectual property. The only one that obviously would not be 3 to 5 is your major assets, only because on a normal basis, you probably don't own more than 1, 2, 3 major pieces or major assets, facilities, right? So let me show you how I would break this down. I'm going to use columns here, or to use quality award parlance, we would call these buckets. I don't know why, but for examiners, we refer everything to a bucket. So bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3. I'm just going to use little columns here. So let me just break it out like this. This is how when I'm answering the questions as somebody applying for the quality award, this is just how I do it. I like to make myself list, and then after I identify all the things, then I write complete sentences, a couple of paragraphs or whatever to answer the question. But first, I like to list everything out. So let me call these, this is my assets bucket. This is my equipment bucket, my tech bucket. Oops, tech is not with a T-E-L. It is T-E-C, T-E-C-H, tech. And then I'll just do IP for intellectual property. Major assets. Major assets. Again, most of us have at least one. That's called the facility. Facility. And some of us even have vans or some other type of transportation. I know some nursing homes that have golf carts because their residents go on golf carts all over the place. Those would be assets as well. And then you also might have an external asset other than your facility. You might have a garage that's external, not attached garage, or you'll have a storage center, or maybe you're part of a campus and you have an AL on your campus, or you're part of a CCRC. So in addition to the skilled center and the AL, maybe you also have some independent communities also, right? Like these. So you could have a lot of assets. Most of us probably have 1, 2 major assets, maybe the facility, maybe a van, maybe an external garage or storage center, something like that. Those are assets. When it comes to your major equipment and major tech, again, I would just go back to my bronze application, and bronze was P1a5. So it's P1a5 at the bronze. That's the bronze question. The number of the bronze question that we're answering here. P1a4 at the silver, P1a5 at the bronze question. And I would just take whatever you wrote over there, I would write it here. But just so that we keep everything, or just so I can give you some ideas of what we're talking about for major equipment, it could be something as large as your laundry equipment or your kitchen equipment, or something as small as your high-low beds or your Mechanical lifts. Mechanical lifts, like a sit and stand or a Hoya lift or something like that, or scales, right? Like it doesn't have to be, it's a judgment call on your part. You tell us what are the 3, 4, 5 major pieces of equipment, something that you use probably every day. You can't live without to run your operation. You need these things. That's what I would consider major equipment. Same with technology. Again, go to P1a5 and the Bronze Quality Award, whatever you wrote there, pull it over here to the Silver Quality Award. And these things probably include like your eMAR, your electronic medical records, maybe your eMAR, your medication management, maybe your WanderGuard system, WanderGuard, maybe you have Wi-Fi, call light system, right? Again, you're just listing 3, 4, 5 things, pieces of technology that you use. Nowadays are so, I remember when I first started working in long-term care in 2005, we didn't, what was Wi-Fi? Nobody had Wi-Fi in 2005. Not even Wi-Fi was available. Okay, now here's the big question. What the heck is intellectual property? Well, think of it like this. Intellectual property is, well, maybe it'd be better for me to start giving you a list like this. It would be like your, pardon the quick interruption. I just wanted to come on here and thank you personally for watching Inside the Quality Awards with me. I am so excited that you are applying for a quality award, and I wanted to give you my cell phone number. That's right. This is my actual cell phone number. Text me, call me if you have any questions about any level of the Quality Award program. I want to help you win more than anything. Okay, back to SOP, your standard operating procedure, your policies, and your procedure manuals. Procedure manuals. Sometimes I have to say it out loud as I'm writing it. Otherwise, I misspell like a crazy man. Policy procedure manuals. Job routines. Hiring protocols. Hiring protocols. It's probably with 2 L's. Protocols? 1 L? Yeah, who cares? Hiring protocols, maybe even your company rules and regulations. Like this is all your in-services, job routines. These are all the things that not only do you own, but is probably either created for you or created by you. And here's the big thing. You would not want any other company to get these documents. These are your documents. This is how you operate. These are your standards. These are your procedures and your policies, your job routines, specific for your organization. That is what we mean by intellectual property. Now, the way that I would write the answer, just like we talked about in the Bronze Quality Award, if we work together at the Bronze, if we didn't, well, welcome to the Silver. I'm Ralph. It's nice to meet you. We would write this in prose. Keep in mind, at the Bronze level, everything has to be in prose. At the Silver and the Gold level, however, that's not the case. Although we do want you to write in prose most of the time, sometimes it is appropriate to give us columns, tables, lists. Sometimes it's appropriate to give us bullets. Even here, if you wanted to, you could set up a table like this. And then you could say, our major, and then list out assets, facilities, equipment, technology, intellectual property are listed in table blah, blah below. You could easily do that here at the Silver and or the Gold level. Or you could keep it in prose and you could just use a comma format. So you could say our major, and then again, assets include, and then your blah, 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 and then equipment include blah, 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 and then our tech include blah, 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 and intellectual property include blah, blah, blah. Again, 3 to 5 of each is all you need, with the one exception of your assets, because you probably don't have 3 to 5. If you do, great. Again, all we're looking for is an identification of all the big things that you utilize. Just keep in mind, though, that if you are saying that, let's say that you said that one of your major services is rehab, well, we would expect rehab equipment to be listed here, right? Does that make sense? Like if you said that you're applying as a skilled nursing center, but you also have an AL, well, probably it's going to go down in the asset column. We're going to want to know. We're going to try. It's like a big puzzle for us. We're trying to put all the pieces together. So we don't know what it's going to look like in the end. But right now, we just want to know all the major things that you're utilizing to operate your business right now. The things you use all the time, that's what we consider major equipment, technologies, intellectual property, and assets. You get it. Let's keep going. If you have any questions, of course, do not be afraid to reach out. I am here to help.